taking the time again to do this.
Of course, man. Of course.
Also, congrats on top 25, man. That's fucking
Hey,
so fucking cool.
appreciate
I do personally think you should have been much higher when I saw that. I was like, the
it.
fuck? But, hey, take it as it is, man. I mean, you still got up there, you know?
Yeah, yeah, it's appreciated.
I
I
really do think you should have been far higher up.
I don't put much stock into it, so it doesn't bother me that it showed up that way.
I in my mind, I was like, wait, saying over Ryanoob? I was like, that doesn't make any sense, but alright. Okay, game. Alright,
It's
so
fine. It's fine.
let me send this to you real quick. I tried to clip it, um, but it's in my live stream, so I'll just give it to you here, and I'll just give you the time to start with. It's at
Okay.
30 minutes 17 seconds just in case it doesn't um well, I posted it here. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so I played with, as you'll see, I was with the twins. Do you know who Little Sonic X is?
I've seen his name around.
Yeah, I didn't know who he was until after that day. But then we played against some other Halo heads like Sargoth and them.
Did you guys end up playing us?
Huh?
You guys didn't end up playing us, right?
I don't think so. Who were you running with?
My team generally.
I don't think we
I know
ran
we
into
ran
you.
into the Suds like 6 times, but I
I
don't
can I
really
can be
remember
honest. So
who was on the teams.
they're pretty hesitant on wanting to team with me. I mean, I don't think they're going to even remotely think about choosing me. But I will say this: they have been trying to run with a lot of other people, and a lot of people are like either not showing up or taking their place, or they're not showing up or like trying to like put in the extra time. And they were complaining about that, and I seem to be always the one that they like invite when the other people don't get on. So I'm not saying that I'm a filler. I don't even think I'm like on their radar unintentionally, but I put in as much time as I can to getting better. I mean, obviously this is
Yeah.
I'm trying to spend time with you to get this. Also, let me PayPal you real quick.
Yep.
Let's see here. I'll just go back to my old. Yeah, but I'm just doing whatever I can to get better, to especially get better faster. And I have been working on something on like trying to take shields. Like that was one of the biggest takeaways I took from the last time that we talked. Is that not poking out when I'm regenerating shields, like let it fully
Yeah.
regen.
Yeah, especially on a game with the assault rifles, like it's you
Mm-hmm.
really gotta get your full shields back. So yeah, we'll see if we can comment on those things on whether or not I've seen some differences or if you're not doing it correctly.
I'm a
We can
bit
definitely touch on that.
lost in some of this gameplay. I'll be really honest. I
Yeah,
try to be as best as I can. I mean, it's a new game as well, so just keep an open mind. Like this is also like the first time that I'm like getting to play with them like on this day, but I didn't do the greatest. I probably did like easily the worst, but I just
yeah,
need to make sure that I can improve from there.
yeah. So the Suds,
That's the goal.
like playing with the Suds is great for you. Like they have some expertise in the game. Like they've been around for a while. They are fucking insane. So yeah, be on the lookout for that.
Okay.
Try not to pick up on their insaneness, but they're definitely a good stepping stone for you. Like getting your name out there, like that. I mean, that's how Frosty came up. He teamed with the Sodas and carried them to like a top placing, and then left them.
It's a
Um,
Frosty.
s yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It was Halo 2 anniversary. They teamed and got like top 8 or something,
I did not know
and
that.
then yeah, that was right before Halo 5 came out, and then because of that, he got onto some good teams.
Okay.
So like this is definitely a good step for you, and I'm happy that you're able to get some notoriety. Like some, if you see the suds in matchmaking, you're like, all right, who are they playing with, you know? But sometimes you'll play with people who are maybe better than the suds or better teammates than the suds, but you won't get the notoriety that
Right.
a normal person would get. So it's good. It's very good for you.
Definitely, I'll say this. Since I have played with them, I have been able to send someone like a friend request and they actually reply to me. Like Little Sonic was really cool, really great guy. I said GG's after him, and he even like sent me like a friend request, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, and then Clutchy Clutch. I don't think that's Clutch himself, but Clutchy Clutch is pretty
Yeah, it's a different person.
different person, but he's notably up
He's
there.
solid. No, yeah, no, he's good. He's
He added me too, so which was pretty cool. Your
yeah,
last name is Gedd, right? Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
yep,
You said 75.
yep.
All right.
All right, so you ready to get into
Let's
this? Are
do
you
it, man.
still finishing up?
And I don't want to take any more of extra of your time. I know you're busy, so let's get to
Yeah,
the point.
stick to an hour and a 15-minute gameplay or however long this is.
Hmm.
So, I mean, disclaimer, I've been able to play Infinite for like 30 hours now, right?
Okay.
So I'm not an expert at this game by any means,
Right. Decision
but
making still decision making.
yeah, I can definitely help you help talk about things.
I'll say I've probably put in just as much hours as they have, which is probably well over 100-ish hours, maybe now, close to.
Uh-huh. So at the start, I want you to be able to talk to me about why you go out this side. And what day was this? Is this like, oh, this is flag, so this is at least the third day.
Right.
Um,
I'm going out this way because as I've practiced and practiced and practiced against bots, this seems to be the fastest route, in my opinion, that has high ground to get over to the area faster. I don't have to climb over anything extra. If I were to take the alley route, it would be a tad bit slower for me to clamber up to those stairs. And the whole point is I'm trying to get to rockets first, which I managed to do.
I understand.
But yeah, I'm just trying to push rocket side. I'm also trying my absolute best to just not. There's times where I try to like not be a hero. I'm just trying to listen to callouts. There's a
Yeah.
little bit of tunnel visioning in this game because it's a new map. I'm playing against good players, so I really have no idea on what I'm doing. But my biggest problem is, like I said before, exposure to good players and to be able to act on that. So
Okay. Yeah, so whenever I played this, I kind of steered away from going this side of the map.
hmm
Even though I'm the rocket player for our team, I ended up going for grapple hook and just grappling the rockets away. I'm not saying that that's correct. But with ARs, it felt like going this side of the map, it was too slow to get to rockets. Um, Not that it's necessarily slow, but that going out double doors and fighting from there seemed to do better. Again, this was 2 weeks ago. I can't remember what I had for breakfast yesterday, so um,
for sure.
I just know that I went out double doors and I think I fought for rockets better. So I was just wondering your opinion on this and if you could back it up. Being able to talk about your opinion is just as good as just as important as being able to figure out what is the best thing.
Okay.
So I just wanted to ask you. Because yes, notice how he like got here faster than you got onto the ramp.
Right.
So I was
You got rocket. You got rocket. Died by man. He's getting camo. He's getting camo.
so I personally don't keep the pistol in this situation.
Right. That's been one of the bigger problems with me is just trying to figure out what weapon is which. I've slowly but surely figured it out, and by now, like in comp, like I went from like the first day of using the AR to by the last day using the pistol. But I noticed that sometimes the AR is just way too good.
Yeah,
And I should have kept. You're probably right.
yeah,
I just felt like a lot of the better players were using pistols and not the AR, so that's where I was
interesting.
just
Yeah,
indifferent. I didn't really have I was just trying to do what I felt comfortable at the time.
yeah. So I had the opinion that that the pistol was worse than the AR at like 90% of ranges.
Right.
Like there's like this small range where an AR isn't as good, but like even cross map, using the AR is better than the pistol in my opinion.
Okay.
Um, so I found it interesting that people choose to use the pistol, that they choose to keep the pistol in situations like this. So I just wanted to get your opinion.
I'm one. Give me the rocket. Here, give me the rocket.
Give me the. Don't you ever fucking dare.
What?
Unless he has, I guess he has grapple or something, is why he's asking
Watch
for the
start to
rockets.
laugh at this part. Just watch it.
Drop it. Here,
This is
drop
so
it.
dumb.
I'll check
This is so dumb. Oh my God, never do. Oh God, please no. Oh my God, no. Okay. Oh my God, this guy's literally insane. All right. Don't, if you're in a competitive game, the things that matter the most are positioning. I mean, it basically is positioning. So the fact that you guys are butt fucking on the corner of the map trying to drop rockets for each other, you're losing so much map control right now.
Okay.
So you guys should not be in the same place, and you should not be dropping a weapon for him because the grapple doesn't make rockets that much better.
I
You guys should be like
I
fighting
actually felt
towards the
that the
middle.
grapple hook and the rockets make it like just such a different entirely like it makes it just such a different weapon on this map just because of the travel.
Yeah. Hey, don't get me wrong, grapple rockets is good, but in my opinion, losing map control to do it is bad.
Okay.
Like taking 2 seconds to drop a weapon for your teammate, like this is like 10 seconds of time wasted. All right, like
Right.
2 seconds is a lot of time in Halo.
100%.
So taking that time to drop a weapon is like really scary for me. Like it basically like negates your kills because the other team pushes up so far on the map. By the time that you kill them, get your shields back and push up, the team's back where they would have been if you just didn't drop the weapons in the first place.
A part of me too is like in my mind, you know, they are good
Oh,
players, so like
yeah.
what they say is like I'll just do whatever I have to do to
Oh,
earn their
oh, for
trust.
sure. Suck their dicks a little bit. Don't get me wrong.
Lack of a
Like,
better way of
do
saying
not
it.
make them upset. Like, don't ever make your teammates upset. I would talk to them after the game and trying to assert my opinion and be like, hey, I don't think we should drop weapons for each other that often, especially in that situation where we're like, oh, yeah, no, something like that. In the game, listen to your teammates, do whatever they say, try and come up with rules outside of the game. But that's just like what's going through my head when I'm watching this.
Playing around with the rockets, bro. He's on our.
Bad
So
rep.
sure, Cross, it's fine. It's
Our
you're not in a great position with rockets. The worst thing that you can do is leave rockets to your opponents. This is fine. You're bringing rockets back, but like look how much map control you've lost because you went to this corner. Like if we go back to the start of the game,
died by.
like right. So yeah, if we pause this right here, you have absolutely fucked your opponents, right?
Right.
Like you got a free kill and a free second kill almost.
Yeah.
So you guys should be in their base in the next 10 seconds.
Yeah, I see that.
But based on decision making, and I guess like it's partially because of this grenade,
Died by.
but you guys should be controlling the middle of the map here.
Okay.
But instead, you guys both run away because I guess you get hit by a grenade. But even so, like because you got that first kill and the second guy weak, you should be able to control like the middle of the map, I would say. Like you guys should be able to control bottom mid and be able to use that to get out. But instead, you guys like focus on your health, your shields, without realizing what's going on in the game. You know, I talked about winning and losing a lot back in our Halo 5 session,
Right.
and this is exactly what it's for. You got that free kill, you got a basically second free kill. Just because you guys go no shields doesn't mean you should run away. It means like, or I don't want to say it means, but you guys should still be fighting towards the middle of the map. It's not like you guys are losing and you guys have to live, or that you guys are winning and you should live and then you'll win later. It's you should use your advantage to play towards more map positioning.
Okay.
So I dislike you guys like running away, even though you guys like I get you get hit by a grenade, but I would run out towards the middle of the map here. If you die, you die. Like the worst thing you guys can do, like this is almost like worse than if we forget the rockets. Like running away like to back here and waiting for your shields is almost worse than dying.
Okay.
Getting camo right now. Camo right now. I'm one.
If we take like I don't know. That's a little harsh to say. Like right, but
It makes sense.
it's just
So,
like
yeah, like I said earlier, I kind of tunnel vision a lot during this game, and I'm pretty good about not tunnel visioning, but at the same time, like I am tunnel visioning. Like
yeah.
it's just happening, and I'm trying my best to
Yeah, it's fine. It's
just
it's
make
fine.
the
Don't get
best
me
and
wrong.
safest plays as I can right now. Just
Yep.
so
Yeah, you're just trying to play around your teammates, and I get it. The way that I describe Halo at its highest competition is doing as much as you can by yourself for your team. Like, so So that's kind of what I go into. Like just do your best. It's not about not being a detriment to your team, but just like doing as much as you can, and then everything will fall into place if everyone on your team is doing better than everyone on their team, basically.
Around with the rocket.
There's some like specific situations where playing as a team and like having ideas as a team will help, but in general, just play towards the middle of the map, just do as much as you can, yada yada yada.
Our
They end up
library.
getting.
Yeah.
Back up.
So that's fine. I mean, there's not much you could have done out after. Like again, the game becomes really hard once you give up so much map control, and that's like a prime example of it. So I'm glad that you guys are playing against good teams, so that whenever you do make that mistake, like you did, like you both did, you guys went and butt fucked each other for a good while. That you got punished for it.
Right.
Like the game becomes harder.
I fucking choked. I choked. I'm in.
They also do get really, really mad.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, they don't really yell at me as much.
Yep.
Which I'm surprised about, but during this day, they did definitely yell at me like over some really simple things that like I asked a question like one of the other games we were playing, it was just like we were pushing, two of us were pushing a camo side for camo, and we left C at Livewire, and we were going for A, and I said, are we holding C and B, or what are we doing here? I got yelled at, and I was just like, well, you're pushing, like I never told you to push with me into this way, like like you left C all on your own. In my mind, I was just trying to follow him to help,
Yeah.
get second gunfire, But
So I'm sure it had part of the problem is like asking it like tone of voice.
right,
The way that they ask that question is different from the way that you would ask that question.
right.
You're asking like a future question. When they ask that question, they're like trying to find someone to blame. Like, are we holding B and C guys? Like, are we? You know? So like they're fucking insane. So be careful about
That's what you mean by
that.
insane.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
definitely. I try to be. I can be a pretty cocky guy in my own right, and I can be a pretty angry Halo player, like we all are at times. By the way, love the fact that you got into Spartan's face. I thought it was hilarious because I have always said the same thing you said. But then again, I have no merit to talk. But anyways, I have my my Halo days where I'm just getting mad at people for not making certain decisions, but I'm asking, if I'm playing with really good people and I respect them, I'm going to talk to them in a manner of, respect, and like, let's have a conversation during Halo. Let's not yell at each other. I've always been a firm
yeah.
believer of like, Halo communication, like as a team, should be like having a conversation with somebody. It should just be one person talks, other person listens, other person talks,
No,
other person listens, and that's just how
you're
I feel.
right. You're right. Yeah, look how much better
They
this
are
rifle
so
is.
good.
Just got assassinated.
Yeah, I switched back and forth on it, but
Yeah.
there you go, back to square one.
Yes.
Back to square
I hate
one.
being on this. Yeah, I hate being on this side of the map. Oh, that's unlucky. So you did see two here,
Right.
and then I'm sure like you can identify this mistake and you can talk about it and be like, oops, right?
Yeah.
But you did see a second guy, and so you should, when you turn this corner and you only see one, you have to like stop,
Right.
right? You stop and back up a little bit and you shoot your guy, and then yeah. Well, he wasn't. It was a second guy. It was a third guy, I guess. But yeah, so yeah, I'm sure you can talk about that all you want.
Right.
Don't have to mess around with me on that.
Nice, that's two dead.
I do, and not to
Good touch. Good
say
touch.
that I don't know if it really matters, but I do find myself technically, in terms of statistics, from my point of view, I actually usually outplace Sudeath 2, but not Sudeath 1. Sudeath 1. Do you ever? Let me ask you an actual question here. And I'm not saying that they do this, but sometimes I do feel like it is this way. Do you ever see anyone just waiting for someone to weaken someone just so that they can finish that kill?
I mean, that's a tough question. It's like, again, as a professional player, I do my best to win a game.
Yeah.
And if my best at that time is waiting for my teammate to get a weak so I can push him, that might be the play at the time. Or maybe like I want my teammate to bait me so that we can get the kill. Like You know, as a professional, I don't really have to answer these, like to ask or answer these questions. I know that my teammates don't think about stat lines at all.
Right.
Like, but you are playing with some of the most insane people I've ever heard. So,
Anything's
I,
possible.
these people, no, no, no. Let me tell you a story about Seth 1. Right? Halo 3 matchmaking, like 2009 or something. All right, we're playing on slot flag. We're up 2-0. We kill all 4 of our opponents. Seth 1 jumps onto the flag podium. And then, like we're saying, all right, run the flag, run the flag. And then he goes to spawn kill instead, even though it's clearly his flag run.
Right.
And he says, nah, dude, I already ran one this game.
What the fuck?
I freak the fuck. Like, I still, like, lose it whenever I hear, like, whenever I even think about it. Like, that is one of the most insane things I've ever heard. So, yes, with these guys,
Anything's
it's
possible.
definitely, like, a possibility. I
I,
wouldn't
I really
think
do.
about it.
I really do like playing with them because like in my mind,
Yeah.
like when we were doing the bot slaying, I felt like that was a thing at times, but at the same time, I don't even care at that point because I like you, I will never do that to someone. I will shoot to my last bullet to make sure that that person is dead as fast as possible. And
So,
that's the goal in mind. Like it doesn't matter if team or not. Like I will always make sure that if I will put in as many shots as I can, as fast as I can, to the most accurate I can.
yeah.
You know,
So in Halo, I would say, like, no, people don't like people in general don't play to like bait you all the time
right?
as if like that's their strategy, but there are situations that call for it. So, but these guys might legitimately bait you because they want better stat lines than you so they can blame you for anything that goes wrong. They legitimately could do that. I wouldn't look for it outside of these guys, and I would try just to like shrug it off and just continue doing your best.
Okay.
That's what I gotta say. So
Okay.
they got the re, that's pretty insane. This is gonna be a really hard fight. Um, yeah, so when I saw you jumping into this fight, I didn't like it. This is something that you'll like do against bots, and
Right.
this is why I hated playing against bots because you just go kill them. But when you're playing against a good person, you're like giving up your side of the map to go fight this guy on his side of the map where he has all the cover and you don't. In general. So that's one thing that's going through my head. And also, this is like an irrelevant kill for you. This is an irrelevant battle. All the objective, all the big stuff is happening over here, and there's just a guy here, is what's going through my mind. So, if anything, I'm trying to push him further away from everything that's happening over here so that I can go into the double doors and help my teammates on this side.
Okay.
Either that, or I think a little bit before, you could have just gone to the jump over here.
Right.
Yeah. So
Take
so jumping
an
up into the
aim.
window. Yeah.
Because at that
And
point it would have
then
been two on whoever.
yeah. So like I wouldn't even like go fight. He said bottom mid, so I guess that's what you're responding to. And then there's a guy here. But yeah, I wouldn't be looking over here. And you get absolutely melted. Now you have to stay alive, and you're still being like super useless towards what's happening on the other side of the map. Although your teammates shit on them, and I don't fucking understand how that happened. But we'll just focus on yourself. So yeah, you took yourself out of like a decent situation to put yourself in a bad situation because you just wanted to try to do damage there.
Right.
That's like a really scary idea, is what I've got to say.
Okay.
Like here is where you want to do damage without taking damage. And I get you saw him and you thought he didn't see you or something, so you're moving forward, you're sprinting. But like I guess it's not as egregious as I first thought because again, you thought he didn't see you.
Right.
And he turns around at the perfect timing and catches you off guard. Other than that, you should be hiding on this side. Like you have a radar, and you don't want to put yourself in a corner here,
Okay.
especially with sprint radar, all this bullshit.
I think the only
Um,
reason why I did it on this side is in hopes because this is our side of the map.
yes, yes, yes.
So.
No, I get why you did it, but
Okay.
all the fights aren't happening right here. There's like very little chance that this guy gets help on you. Um, if anything, all your teammates are over here, so they should be helping you eventually
Okay.
on this side. No, I get what you're thinking. Like you're thinking, oh, maybe someone else comes out and shoots me. But
Yeah.
in general, from my understanding, is like this is going to be a 1v1. This is going to be a 1v1 for the next like 5 to 10 seconds. No one's gonna help. And I hate that I already know the outcome of it. I hate that I watched it. But like even when I first watched it, that's what I'm thinking. It's like no one's gonna help either of you. There's a 3v3 happening in the base. So if anything, all you have to do is stay alive and wait for the outcome over here to dictate what you're gonna do here.
Okay.
I got two.
Nice, let's go. Nice.
Which I'm actually just wrong because that guy shot at you. But that again, that's what's going through my head whenever I'm watching it. But you seem to play it fine. Like again, you get shot. You would have gotten shot in the back and died there. And I guess that's how your teammates won the battle, is because there's only 2 of them there.
He's one shot on the rocket hall. Rocket hall. He's on the side.
Yep. Very fine. Very fine.
Just died. On BR.
Oh, it's fine. Like I don't know. What do you think?
Just died.
I could have just pushed back a bit, but I didn't think he was gonna clamber up there.
Yeah. When you say push back a bit, is that because you know the outcome, or because like watching it, that's what you think you should have done?
Watching it, that's what I think I should have done, but I made that play because I saw the flag right there.
Yeah.
And
So the flag's there. You're gonna go for the guy going for the recove.
right.
Right? Like, and you have a grapple. Like, this is like a really good situation for like you as an individual to help your team. It's like you can easily get a kill, get to a power position with a grapple, and be able to hold them off that flag recove, and wait for your teammates to get there. So I like this play. I like this play a lot. Like, it's a bit unfortunate that the guy's going towards you instead of going towards the flag recove. I think it's fine. I think it's absolutely fine.
He's weak about
Off
bottom
the
rockets
rack.
right now.
I can't wait to see the competitive settings for this game. What do you think you're gonna have?
Alley.
I think it's gonna be BR starts and no radar. Or I don't know about no radar.
You think they'll have a pistol?
I don't know.
Dargot's one shot here.
I think the pistol's awful, so I don't really care.
Next, there's 2 of them right here. Rockets. Two dead.
Very interesting weapon.
Yeah,
Nice. Dog.
very interesting.
Oh, nice.
Alright. So, if I noticed correctly,
2 dead.
yeah, so they have Camel Rockets, but Pre-Devinator just died. So you guys are going to be in a 4-on-3 on your base where they have to pull the flag out. In my mind, unless a Rocket Camel guy goes crazy and gets like 2 free kills, they are never going to be able to pull the flag here. And this is what should be going through your mind as well when this is happening. It's like, don't let anything ridiculous happen. Like, don't group up for a double rocket. Just try and stay spread out, and you guys will win this eventually. You remember me talking about that last time? It's
Right.
like it's scary because they have power weapons and you guys are coming off spawn, but you're in your base, they have to pull a flag, and as long as yeah, so you guys should be fine here.
He's got a flag.
But you spawned runway, you went to their side, and this is when it gets scary. Like your teammate died pretty fast. You didn't come back to your base. Now it's a 2-on-3 in your base instead of a 4-on-3, which we originally suspected. And I get you spawned runway here, but I honestly would have went back in this situation.
He's got a flag.
He's in our DMR room. He's in our
Get
DMR
to the
room.
side. Get to the side.
He's in our room.
Yeah, he did say to get to the other side, so I was just like,
Yeah, well, yeah, there eventually, but that's after you like already had.
That one.
And this is fine. Like this is making the best out of a bad situation.
2 there. Weak. 2 there.
Oh, that guy is much further than you think he is.
Yo, truck one. Truck one.
Oh god.
I know.
Oh god, you're just not doing anything.
I got rockets.
All right. Yeah, your team just crushed.
Go. Just keep going.
Oh god. This was really bad.
Don't go there. Spawn there.
Oh, this is fine. Throw it down and stay up. Or run it. Either's fine, I guess.
we get it to the other side here.
Spawn me chasing you.
Yeah.
But here's the part where I asked for help and just someone to stay with me, but no one wanted to.
Nice.
This is a situation I've been in thousands of times and have never really truly understood the best way to go about this. Where you're in your flag. Do we just hold all
He's on
4
their
guys
DMR,
at our
he's on the
flag?
BR.
How do you get 3 guys to go over there safe? Like that's what I'm. There's a lot of
It's-
things here that goes through my mind.
All right. So, to answer your question, you have to look at what your teammates are doing, what they're leaving open. So, like, they went through the middle of the map. That means runway's clear. So someone could be in here or coming through here, and you have to listen for shots. So let's go back. Let's look at the kill feed and look at shots here. All right. So 1 kill,
Nice, James.
2 kills, and then do you hear shooting going on?
It's also your volume's really low.
For this,
Yeah.
it's kind of loud for me, but
Okay.
because it's hard to hear, I'll turn you up. Alright, so it's hard. Like I don't hear any shots after, but then I also see on the kill feed this guy got a kill. So that means that all three of your opponents are at, or like all four of your opponents are at your opponent's base. No one's pushing you right now.
Right.
I don't know what you should do. Like in Halo 5, I would say, okay, drop the flag at my base, go patrol the middle of the map for a little bit, then come back and get the flag. In Halo 5, in Halo Infinite, I don't think that's really possible. I don't think that's really something you could do.
He's on their DMR.
But so now you just keep an eye out. Like Sudeth got a kill. Where the fuck is Sonic's going? He got 2 kills.
He's on the DMR room. DMR room right now.
So he's calling out the, you know where all 4 players are. You don't really need someone to stay with you in this situation. You want them to go fight for the middle of the map.
One's at rocket. One's at our side rocket. Our side rocket right now. I need him.
Like I generally I don't like having people come back and help you. I want someone in the vicinity of you, sure. Like you want someone on your balcony so that if you run into trouble, he can come back really fast.
Right.
But I don't want someone standing around you because I want them to be fighting for the middle of the map. That's the best way to answer your question, I guess.
Okay.
And yeah, because your teammate, like you called out that your teammate needs to come back. Sonic X, I mean, I don't think it was his job to come back. Yeah, Mike called it right, but Rockets aren't being fought for as hard as they should be. Like you guys are late to the Rockets, and now they got Rockets, and now they're gonna destroy you guys.
One shot right now. They have rockets. One's in there. One's right there.
What's that side of rocket? One shot on front. He's on our side. Rocks are down in front of our big door to the right. It's literally on the pillar on the wall. Like the little right there to your right. To your right. I don't see it. It's on the right. No, it isn't. It's on
All right,
out of our big door.
I big disagree with that. Nice shots and stuff, good kill. You do not need this kill. Your teammates are off butt fucking over here doing whatever it is they're doing. You need to shoot this guy, but not ever die to him.
Right.
So that's what I was going to say whenever I was watching this is like, you want to use some sort of cover so that you never have to take a 1v1. If someone tries to kill you, you can just like laugh in their face and say, hey team, there's a guy here, come help me. And that's what I mean about having a guy on like the balcony, is that if a guy ever comes through Runway or Treehouse or BR and comes to fight you, you can just like laugh in his face and say, hey, come help me. And then he comes and helps you. But fighting this to the death, I get that you had like an advantage, but he even has a rifle here, like every time. So the fact that you beat him, congrats. I mean, you were spamming the shit out of your pistol, so you got a little bit lucky. But like even if you just say like, oh, it's BR versus BR here, and you're like, I out BR'd him, like what's the big deal? It's like this battle should never be taken by the guy protecting this spot on the map. Like here,
I would say that I 100% agree. Like we're going through that situation, I was 100% nervous because if I die, then it's like on me, right? And like putting myself in a position where I'm defending the flag, I'm also like enforcing the fight. Which I saw him throw a grenade in my mind, thinking, okay, I can get a couple shots on him, but I should not have overcommitted to it because it's just not worth the risk.
Yeah, exactly. Shooting him was really good. Taking damage is okay as long as like you're never in a position to die.
Right.
Like if you want to be in a position to where if he throws a grenade at you, you still don't care. Like you can like dodge the grenade, poke out, take a little bit more damage, and still be like, hey team, he's here, right? Yeah, so you challenge. I get. Dude, he's on your radar. What are you doing?
So I got a call out saying he was on our big
Yeah.
door and like just listen to comms on it. Like,
yeah, he was. Don't listen to comms. Right? Use comms to shape, like to give you an idea of what's happening on the game. Don't use them as gospel. If a guy says he's outdoors, that means he's somewhere in this area, right? So, but you like use this to shape what you're doing. Like use what you see rather than what you hear to shape it.
I think I took my eyes off the radar for like a second when this guy showed up.
Yeah, that was the guy that he was calling out one shot door. I'm pretty sure. Oh well, oh well.
She's one shot on her flag. One shot on her flag. In the corner.
I got the rockets. I got the rockets.
They're running it again.
So yeah, this is what I think you should have done the first time, where you spawned runway and you came back. Like you didn't even think about going forward, because you should win this eventually. But your teammates are really fucking bad and died. Whatever. I think it was a good idea. Like you did a lot of damage, you did a lot for your team, but it just didn't work out because of mistakes that happened on their part. That was really good from you. I didn't even think about a guy coming on this side of the map. But not only did you expect it, you were ready for it. Like not only did you like suspect it, you were ready for it. Like you instantly turned and were ready to fight. But you had this amount of shields.
Right.
Like it's not like you were one shot here. You had this amount of shields and you died. Really disappointed in that. Right? Like you had so much time to make up a decision on what piece of cover you were going to use to not die to this guy. And then you just died.
It happens so fast.
Yeah. Like you know, it was quick. He's got a rifle and you were down a little bit of shields. But like you had two pieces of cover that you could have had.
You're gonna laugh at gunshot later. This man just obliterates me. You'll see it.
Yeah, but you had two pieces of cover. You had this pillar here and you had this wall here. Yeah, it was a little fast. I'll give you that.
Shot fired. Shot fired.
I got pinched.
Bottom of the fridge door. The big door. The big door.
Gunshot's so good.
Died. He's on rockets.
Yeah, these guys are definitely solid. You do know how to check for the timing of the gun, right?
The what?
The timing, like how fast it'll come back.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah,
loading
the
bar on
blue
top.
bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you like check to see that here, because you kind of just leave it.
I also listened
was-
for it.
Yeah. Jesus! The hell is that?
What?
You're dead. How are you dead? You're in like your power position in a spot that you should never die. Like you're here just to like say that other people can't be in certain positions. Like you're not here to fight, but you're like squaring up for a fight and you just die.
I try to take cover, like
Yeah,
it's
late.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying about these last two deaths are like completely avoidable if you just are ready at all times to go to your next piece of cover.
I do feel like there's the TTK, time to kill, sometimes on this game, really catches you off guard. And like there are times like I feel like I'm getting shot through walls. I could.
Oh yeah.
Is that?
Yeah,
did you ever feel like that was a thing?
Yeah, it's fuck, what's it called? Lag comp. It's where so in most teams in Halo, you get some blood shots and you get shot through some walls.
Right.
I think in this game there's no blood shots.
Right.
So if you see someone on your screen and you shoot at them and you hit them, the game's like, okay, you hit them. But on their screen, they're already behind a wall,
Right.
like very far. So that's kind of the direction that they're going. I don't really care which way they're going. Like there has to be some sort of lag comp. I think in Halo 2 it was like if you're behind a wall on your screen, you're not going to get shot. But in Halo 3 it was like 50-50. Sometimes you get blood, sometimes you die behind a wall. But in this game it's strictly you'll die behind a wall. So you have to get to cover even faster than you think you have to.
Okay. Yeah, that was something that really bothered me because Halo 5 didn't have that. At least.
It did in a way. But you're right. It was definitely more favored towards just getting blood shots and blink shots.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on a second. Give me a minute, 1 second. Sorry. Oh, sorry about that. So we watched about half this game. And so the biggest thing that I've noticed is what I was talking about earlier, the idea that you're not getting behind cover as much, and not that I blame you for it because we only had one session, but the not when you didn't defend the flag the first time and instead you overextended and ended up running a flag. Those are the two bigger things that you'll notice throughout every Halo. Just being able to sit on your balcony here, and your two things that should be going through your head is that there's cover right here, I guess that box, and there's cover in the house. So anytime that you see someone, your objective shouldn't be I want to shoot them. It should be I do not want to die in this position because I'm in a very good position. By being here, it scares the opponents, like it tells them that they can't be in a certain position. Right? So you dying here is really bad. You doing damage here doesn't really matter.
Okay.
And that's true for most situations in Halo. That are like that you're holding a power position like this, is that it's not that you're here to do damage, it's that you're here to not die, not take damage. Because by being there, they can't be in the positions that they want to be in.
Okay.
Oh my god.
That guy, little Sonic, he plays a mouse and keyboard.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. He's pretty fucking good. It'll be interesting to see that come into play as time goes on, you know?
Yeah. All right. So what I noticed is that I hate Rocket side of the map.
Okay.
I think that it is a garbage side of the map because there's no transitioning from winning a battle from here. Like if you do damage, what is your objective after being in the spot?
What's my objective?
Yeah, like if you, let's say, get a pick off here, what do you do?
I know the right answer and I know the wrong answer, and there's really no justifying why I'm here. I just feel like this is probably the only, in my opinion, and I'll just give it to you without any true understanding. I feel that holding this part of the map, say if rockets aren't up, right?
Yeah.
Or aren't coming up, I still tend to find myself holding this position. And I think the only real reason why is because it's the bigger portion of the middle.
I see. Yeah, you can see a little bit more like around this area.
There's more cover,
Yeah.
but that's as far as it really is. I mean, it's got the
I get
grapple
that.
hook, but that's
Yeah.
the only thing I can truly justify about it.
So I hate transitioning from this because you can't go kill the people on their rocket side.
Right.
Like you're not going to get any help. There's no cutting off the other angles. They just exist over there.
Okay.
So you can't go you can't really run that way, and you can't really leave because again they're on the rocket side and you can't go to their front base. So I really dislike this spot because there's no next position. I found myself going just straight to bottom mid and fighting and I end up fighting these guys from their front base, and if I can. Instead of just hanging out around here. Maybe with BRs it'll play different, but I think that with ARs and pistols, you just don't do damage from here.
Yeah.
It's not like you're shooting
I
people.
feel that way, especially with the guys that get the BR from that side of the map.
Yeah. So I really just dislike this because there's nothing to do here. Right? You just clicked them twice and alright, I guess I'm hiding again. But yeah, rockets are up, so it's fun. So that was an instance of you getting shot through a wall, I think.
Somewhat. I got
yeah, but you were clearly jumping behind the wall. It's just a small thing. On that guy's screen, you were clearly on his screen, but on your screen it looked bad. But so I think that was fine. I think that you played that situation fine with regards to the fact that I hate being there in the first place.
I played it to the most.
Yeah. Yeah, mechanical, individual fighting from there, that was fine. But look at the guy. Look at that guy. He doesn't know where the fuck he's going because he's what's the point of being over here, right?
Right.
Look at him go. What do I do? Our flag right now, you silly. There you go. All right. You have this guy on radar. I don't know if you actually saw him on radar.
I think I did.
you should never die to this guy. Like, you got this kill, and this guy runs up to you on radar, and you're already behind this wall with your teammate coming out behind you. And I'm scared that you're gonna die here. I am so disappointed in you.
Damn, bro. Even with the disappointed, I think you have camo.
Like, yeah, but you have him. You see him
Yeah. Fuck me.
on radar. But yeah, you have your teammate on your ass, and you have a wall right here that protects you from this guy. And there's not even like you can't even grenade teammates, so you can just grenade the spot to get them away from you. And then if you live, like your team gets to just shove themselves all the way throughout the map. But you just died. you just died. And you can say I did damage. I got a melee into him. Yeah. Yeah, it's like funny because you get to you get to say like, oh, I did damage, I got a melee, like I got a kill and a melee on someone. I did a lot of stuff. Yeah, you just not die. That guy will die. Yeah, so that's one of the kills that I called. They'll die eventually. You don't have to get that kill. I have to talk to King Nick about this all the time because he's an FFA kid. He just wants to go shoot people and do as much damage as he die, respawn, and get the fuck back out there. But like that guy's dead. You don't have to kill him.
Yeah.
You know.
That guy?
Yeah, King Nick, yeah.
I also gotta pick your brain sometime about free for alls.
Yeah. Maybe next time. We're
That's totally okay.
Yeah, we're definitely running late on this one.
Yeah, I need to get footage anyways of the free for alls. I want to get better at them. Just because it helps.
So those were your teammates' grenades. I don't know if you noticed that. So you got hit by that, but you didn't get hit. And then there's a second one that was going really far away. I'm pretty sure both of those were your teammates.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure to stay clear of it.
Yeah.
Nice. Got one.
But I would have fought in that position. I think that you falling here is like a waste of too much time. We talked about it earlier when you were in the rocket corner.
Right.
Like at the start of the game when you were like, you wasted so much time that like doing this jump, like after you've done it, you have to have some sort of impact because you've taken so much time to do this jump that the fact that you get scared and fall here kind of wastes that time that we were talking about at the start of the game where you took too much time to do your play that you have to do something.
Okay. That's actually really good, helpful information.
Nice. Got one.
So now what? Now you're not in a good position. Are you gonna go fight their flag? Cause like this kind fighting from this spot kind of sucks. So like, there's like so much just it's all kind of meh now, and
Watch out, there's palm trees.
now you're out. You're just out. So again, fighting from this spot kind of sucks.
Yeah.
So like using the time that you jumped up there, like it's good. Like you recognized after you fell that like, all right, we got to kill. We've got to go fight, right? So you recognize it like that's the time to fight, but just trying to put it in the idea like, yes, I have to go fight, but I can't go fight, I guess. I don't know. Or
Watch out, there's palm trees.
it's like you get it, like you understand it, but being able to use the idea that you get it, that it's hard to fight here, but that you have to fight here, to then go back a step and be like, oh, I shouldn't have fallen there because if I'm fighting, like if I'm in that position, I'm fighting so much better. That you understand the risk reward. Like, yeah, if you die there. But like if you fall, really what are you doing? If that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, it's like let's say like it's a 50-50 between it's not a 50-50 between dying and living there. You're probably living most of the time. But let's say it's a 50-50 there. Like 50% of the time you're in a really good position and you're doing stuff. 50% of the time you're dead. Versus if you fall 100% of the time, or let's say like 80 to 90% of the time, your screen looks like this, where you're just kind of meh, using that, it's what we call, it's game theory. I don't know if you've heard that term before.
100%.
Yeah, so game theory wise, like you should take the 50-50, even though like death is kind of bad for you, but just understanding like what what it really means. So this is fine. Like you're making the best out of a bad situation. Yep, now you should be running. Once that last guy goes off radar, then you should be sprinting at that point. Like showing up on radar, you're taking too much time now. Oh god. So this is Oh, damn, he
Yeah,
shit on you.
He obliterated me.
Ooh. All right.
I'm pretty mad
So
about this because like I had the play.
so in Halo 5, you jump thrust at him and you kill him, right?
Right.
This is not Halo 5. Uh, don't jump. Just walk at him, and if he turns and tries to shoot you, then start strafing. Jumping is really bad in this game.
Okay.
So that's all I've got to say. Like in any other Halo, it might be okay, but like in this game, you can't jump at people because it just makes it too easy.
Okay.
The rockets, extra James. Switch shot.
Dude, my shit
I
is
th-
not working.
Like in my mind, it might be something to do with lag comp. So in Counter Strike, there's something like Peeker's Advantage, and they tried to
Right.
so they tried to get rid of that by like predicting the model. So if you're ever like walking full speed, how do I put this? So so like the game will predict where you're going to be in the next quarter of a second or frame or two, because it's not like you can stop your momentum.
Right.
So if you're doing an animation that on your screen, it'll be a full second long animation, but on the server screen they might speed up that animation so that uh, it's more fluent, so it's more consistent, because it's not like you get to have any impact with your decision. So like with jumping, if you jump at someone, it'll be a very fluent motion. But if you strafe, it'll be kind of jittery because the game can't really predict what you're doing. And you're like kind of changing what it's trying to predict. So I that's kind of my game theory on it. Not game theory. That's kind of my theory on this as to why strafing's so overpowered in this game and jumping's really bad.
Okay.
Because they're trying to the server's constantly trying to predict what you're
It's
doing.
like Halo 1, you just don't jump.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you could put it as simply as that. But like that's my theory as to why jumping is really bad in this game.
175 right now, bro.
Shut the fuck up.
What happened?
I don't know, Mike. They're saying some stupid shit. I'm on 75 right now. Like, what's he saying?
Oh,
His FPS?
Yeah, they talk
Oh,
about
dude, shut up.
their FPS a lot.
Dude, I was playing on 50, and my 50 was like a fake 50 where I was getting like frame lag really bad. Like I was just like missing frames.
I never really had an issue with the frames in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I got a good computer now. Like,
They're going for a full.
but it was so bad that I
On
just
my
like,
Xbox here.
It's on our base, dude.
yeah.
In our flag.
Yeah, you tell him to shut the
What's our
fuck up.
flag? What's our flag?
Dude, you gotta look at your radar. Like,
Yeah, dude.
I get it.
It's I can't really justify why I haven't. This game also,
175 right now, bro.
the radar at times, I just don't understand it in this game sometimes. Sometimes
Sure.
people are not on it, and sometimes people are. And I've heard a lot of people complaining about like I'm so used to Halo 5's radar where it's like you only see people on radar if they're doing Spartan abilities.
Yeah.
So in this game, it's not really like that as much as it used to be, and that's why it's like
Yeah.
throwing me off.
Yeah, I mean, you're always on it unless you're crouching.
Right.
So, like, you see it's not even like it's like one dot that you missed 2 dots. And this whole time, and then it's like, ah, shit, I'm dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
Fuck.
So,
Like I said,
that-
though,
yeah.
too, I tunnel visioned a lot during this game.
That's just.
Yep.
It's on our base, dude.
So like that's like 3 deaths that you've had in
What's
this
our flag?
game.
What's our flag?
Like you would probably be even right now if you just didn't make that mistake.
Okay.
So that's fine. That's fine. This is all fine. This is all fine. Like that is fine. Like you don't have to win that battle. You winning that battle doesn't do anything. Like you were in the right position. You did the right things there. Like that looks like normal Halo, and that was well done. Like it doesn't matter that you didn't get a kill there. Like you got. That's where like a stat line you got 2 assists comes in, and it's like okay, yeah, fine, right? But like in my mind, you played good Halo there. Again, there's a guy on your rockets, and you just don't care about him.
Side of rockets, weak. He's on bridge right now. No one BR. He has
I
rockets.
can't believe you got a kill.
I suck, dude.
No, the pistol across map. Like I can't believe that this guy like let you kill him, but also you got the kill. But yeah, again, you didn't look at radar here. This guy could have put you at any time because you like left your cover that you had when a guy was able to kill you, and it's like super scary that you do that because good teams will punish you. Because like yeah, this is a good team, but it's not like that good of a team.
He's on bridge right
So
now.
that's what's going through my mind whenever I see you just like leave cover like that.
Rockets there, I think.
Okay.
And Sherry's are coming our corner. Yada yada. You're doing good.
Rockets right now.
That was really good reaction time. This is really fucking good. Holy shit, this is good.
Nice, dude.
Nice. That's what I'm talking about.
Wait, I'm so confused. Wait, what? What just happened?
All right,
Why are
so
you
I don't.
happy?
Yes, I'm really happy. All right, so like you go to fight this guy, like, cause you got to fight this guy. Your teammate comes to help. You notice this guy. I don't know if you notice this guy
Yeah.
on your radar, but instantly, as this guy shoots you in the back, you're falling. Like you're already running away from him and cutting off the angle. All right, and fighting this other guy in a 2v1, and then you'll 2v1 the other guy. Like this is perfect fucking Halo. Like this is amazing. I don't like.
Can't tell if you're being sarcastic, but okay.
No,
Okay.
no, I'm not being sarcastic. Like this is what Halo should look like. All right, you're making what would be like two 1v1s into two different 2v1s.
Okay.
By fighting this guy, you're cutting off the angle to the guy behind you.
Rockets right now.
Right.
We got rockets.
So again, you cut off the angle, like you keep trying to use your cover to cut off the angle, and then your teammate's just gonna kill both of them. Like this is fucking amazing.
Nice.
I
Some of
can't
it-
tell
some
if
of
you
it-
did it on purpose.
I'm not gonna even try and take credit on it. I was pretty a bliss on it, but you know what, dude?
Like-
if I can just formulate this accident into a regular thing, then yeah, I will try to do that.
Yeah, like again, theory-wise, like you made two 1v1s because you could have just fought the guy top rockets and a 1v1 and traded with him into two different 2v1s. All right, so like that was really fucking good.
Under BR.
Here we are, back at square one.
Yeah. So again, we're back over here. What the fuck are you doing? You just got 2 kills. I don't mean that. I just mean like
Yeah.
what is going to be your
Like I said,
plan here?
My plan is that I really am focused on controlling this portion of the map a lot of the time. So that's what you'll see a
Yeah.
lot of me doing in this game.
Yeah, but like how does that help you pull a flag?
Right.
I guess is my question.
It's
Because
not-
I've
now that you look at it, because it's like
Yeah.
this doesn't really have much benefit besides a long hallway that almost no one really uses. So
that's where you want them to spawn when you go pull the flag eventually.
okay.
So it's like
Yeah.
so I find like this side of the map's really fucking bad. But it took me a while to find it. So like again, this might have been like the first day that CTF on this map was out. And like,
It
I don't-
was. It
yeah,
was.
I don't blame you for the fact that you like haven't figured out this game in the first hour of it coming out. Like so
To be fair, I also like you saw right. Like I got most kills for like on slaying bots. Like
Yeah.
the second.
Yeah.
Day, so like I'm just coming fresh off of bots.
yeah. Oh, what a fucking pussy.
Dude, it's one thing to like have an exploit in the game, but like to use it to a competitive advantage just because it's
You know your teammates used it like all the time, right?
Yeah, but like
Yeah, fuck them.
it's really annoying because
Yeah.
He's in our window.
I'm all for BXBs from like Halo 2 and shit. But
There's two in our BR. Two in our BR. Two in our BR.
So again, you kind of scared me here
He's in our window.
by like not instantly going to cover. Like you're so focused on literally not doing any damage cross map that you didn't even think about the fact that a guy could be up here, and you're like making it obvious like, hey, come kill me, I'm shooting cross map like an idiot. Yeah, it's a rocky guy, so I don't blame you for shooting at him, but you're losing in this situation. If you remember us talking about that for a while, like 2 teammates are dead, you and Sonic are like just in a bad position,
okay,
Push back.
and you're just like, yeah, I'm gonna shoot cross map.
there's no purpose because I'm not gonna get this kill. I'm
Yeah,
probably not
you're
gonna
never gonna get that kill.
much damage. He'll probably get his shields back. I have 2
Yeah.
teammates that aren't even spawned, and they're most likely not gonna finish that. So yeah, you make
Yeah.
a lot of points here, and then
Yeah, and
the radar on the guy.
yeah, so the thing is like you want to fight close range battles when you're losing. If you remember us talking about that before.
Right.
You want to fight battles that you can get a kill. So jumping up here is fine, and like fighting a 1v1 up on top rockets is fine, just as long as you're using the cover. But you shooting from here is like super bad.
Okay.
But then you recognize it well, you run away, you do decently here. So like this is why I hate radar because now you're so slow and it's
Yeah, I'm a
ass.
big fan of
They're like
no
top
radar.
big door, pretty much.
Yeah.
Top big door bridge.
So here you're losing. And I like the idea to come back to your elbow over here. I would have gone back faster though. I wouldn't like be nading up here. I guess is the way I would put it. I want to like get back and help my teammates at our flag and make sure that anything that happens over here is dealt with. You don't have to control your area of the map. You just have to make sure that you give your team time to come back off respawn. So I'd have just been running, get the fuck over here, and you do. Yep. Yeah, and there's just a guy in our flag. What the fuck did he just say? Those are the worst callouts. He just spammed out our bridge camo door. What?
Our trees, help him, trees weak.
Alright, this is solid gameplay. You're cleaning out your flag. Everything will be fine eventually.
Watch up your room. Watch up your room.
There you go. I switched to the
Shot
AR
from
now.
the base, shot from the
Make me
base.
happy.
So one thing I didn't like here is that when you're winning, you have to try to go find people to kill. And after you guys get these 2 kills, like look how slowly you are at getting out of your base. I get you, like you're trying to figure out what, like look at how slow that was.
Yeah.
Like you're kind of
I
like
should've
trying to
just already been out.
Yeah, so here you're like thinking, all right, what am I gonna do next? Where's my next like plan of attack? What am I like? What do I need to think about in the game? But really, what I'm thinking about is like, you guys killed 2, let's go fucking find the other 2. Like, let's go get this shit done.
Yeah.
And then once you find your opponents, then you can start thinking about like what you have to do to kill them or leave them or whatever you have to do to get to their base.
Rockets.
Nice rocket. Nice. This is solid.
I'm trying to get
Like-
baited.
Yeah. Why don't you pick up the commando?
I'm not a fan.
You don't
of
know?
it. I'm not. a fan.
Oh, okay.
I
Oh,
feel like
become a
it's-
fan of it.
It's really good at times, and it's also like really not good at times. Like, I felt like at the AR at times was just better than the commando.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah, I agree. I commando AR and I just AR up close every time. Like, but commando far range is so much better. Oh my god, is that why you just like get overconfident with the commando?
yeah, it's a gun.
Yeah,
I mean, it's still just a. I've seen it. I've used it at times where it's just your best friend, and that thing just. I think personally, in my honest opinion, the commando is the best gun in the entire game, but it's the hardest thing to master.
Yeah, I can agree.
I think it just beams, but you have to hit those shots.
Yeah, I mean you got beamed by that guy.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this. Like, one of the things in Halo is like transitioning from cover to cover. We talked about that last time, right?
Right.
Here, you're transitioning from cover to cover, and then you just stop in the middle of transitioning.
Mhm.
So watch yourself. So you jump up here, and you just stand here. Like, you crouched here too. You're like, all right, this is where I'm gonna be, and a guy walks out and kills you because you're not next to any cover. You just like decided not to go to any cover, and because of that you're dead.
Right.
Nice, let's go.
Fuck.
Another one, last two
Nice,
dead.
let's go.
Your teammates are
One shot on
shitting.
the BR.
Ooh, that's a really bad death from Sud 2.
What do you mean shitting? Like, bad or good?
They had rockets and got 2 kills.
Oh, okay.
Like, you died for free and they somehow got 2 kills. Like, that doesn't make it. I mean, rockets kind of make sense as to why that happened,
Nice, let's go.
but it also shouldn't happen that easily.
One shot on the BR.
And also, like, again, so right there, I'm like, all right, your teammates got 2 kills. Now it's the other way. Like, you traded 2 for 1, and then Sud 2 dies like a fucking idiot. Like, yeah, he calls him a warrior, but you should never die, Sud 2.
One shot from the big door. The big door one.
So again, you're going through here, and you're gonna find it's a tough time to like do anything.
Big door right now. Big door right now. Big door right now.
So here, now that your teammates are dead, you should be playing for yourself. Remember, like, teamwork is doing as much as you can by yourself for your team. So the best thing that you can do now is like basically flank them, but I don't know if it's going to be pull the flag, if it's going to be kill everyone from behind. I don't know what your plan is going to be, but here it's you don't want to take any battles is all I'm thinking.
Right now. Come back bottom mid. Come back bottom mid.
That is not what you're thinking. That's not what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm too confident in the pistol when
Yeah.
it's just not good.
It's terrible. Oh my god, it's awful.
It's so good, yet it's so bad.
Yeah.
It has its moments where it's clear as day. It's just so good. I'm still trying to remember these jumps. If that's what.
Yeah, no, this is fine. No. So this is again a Halo thing. Your teammate got a kill there, and you guys are down a cap with a minute to go. You should be like trying more than you usually would to try and get a cap here. But instead you're like fiddling around. Like I would have just like sprinted to their flag and tried to make something happen there.
Okay.
But this is fine. This is fine, except you just like didn't check. Like so this is what I call laziness. Like you just like didn't look one of the directions that your opponents could be coming from, and you died because of it. Right?
Right.
Like you don't like you probably normally wouldn't make this play. You'd probably like generally throw a little eye over there to see if there's anyone coming. And this death is fine every once in a while. Especially when playing matchmaking, I know it gets fucking tiresome and shit. But you're playing with like the suds, you're playing with some known people, and you're playing against some known people. Like you got to be at your A game. Be making these little lazy ass mistakes.
We're down a cap, guys. We need to.
Yeah. You're so far around the corner.
We're at
But that's just like normal in this game.
Nice, he's one shot. Nice shot. Right, where you
Oh, 3 kills? What the fuck?
base, man. Big door. Big door.
So here, it looked like 3 of your opponents are dead, right?
Right.
No, actually, Devin, this guy's the same guy. So only 2 of your opponents are dead. Wow. That's weird.
Yeah,
So-
that could definitely fool somebody.
Yeah, so I was thinking here, like, you're running across the middle of the map while looking backwards. Because again, you're down a cap with 50 seconds remaining. You need to be running towards your opponent's side of the map. So that's what's going through my mind.
Big door. Big door.
Let's see how you fight this guy.
To their side. We gotta get a cap.
Yep, you gotta move.
Push over. Just push over to the side.
Whoa, you don't gotta go that fast. Isn't there like, I guess this was the first day, so you don't know like what overtime rules are.
Right.
Isn't it just the flag needs to be out?
Yeah. I'm still
Yeah.
getting adjusted to the settings.
Yeah. So you're like, let's go get the flag. Oh, that's funny.
Yep, he's in our BR. Gotta push up.
Like, fine.
Our big door.
Get a kill. I'm gonna pull.
Can't.
Yep.
No.
I mean, if you just stay hard there, you could have gotten a kill probably because both of them.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Ammo for both,
No,
too.
now.
Yeah. It like sucks that the pistol sucks.
Grab it now. Hold it. Go now. Go.
I do like how they address the sudden death,
Hey, rockets. It's going by you.
Yeah, no, sudden death was solid.
like as the settings.
Yeah.
They could be double sudden death. I don't know if you're aware of that.
Returning it.
I don't know many things about the settings because we just kind of ran through everyone.
Like it can go like time can run out. It can be in sudden death. Time runs out still, and if the flag is still in play, it will it's kind of interesting. Like it can basically be in sudden death and then be back in sudden death even though you're already like have that 5-minute extra time on it.
Interesting.
It's you'll see it like
Yeah.
But
Alright.
I appreciate everything, man. So do you have
Yeah,
anything else to
no.
say?
Yeah, let's just recap. So the biggest thing is that I noticed is that I don't know if it's laziness, but using your cover. Like you are positioned around cover. Anytime that you are about to take damage, or like you see someone about to start shooting you, you should be using that cover.
Okay.
And saying, I am a harder kill than you think that I am. I think that was a thing in like Halo Wars. Did you ever play Halo Wars?
I just got every single achievement in Halo Wars 1.
Yeah.
Twice. Just
Isn't
like,
don't the Marines like you can send them to use cover
Yeah.
and they like they just take less damage, right?
Yeah.
Like that's the same thing in
Way
this.
more stronger.
Yeah. So you just kind of like if you use cover and just chill behind cover, like you're so much stronger than if you're not. And like it's a simple tactic, right? Like it feels stupid to say, but like there's like I feel like I'm incredible at using cover and I still don't use it enough. If you know what I mean, like
Right.
there's always ways to improve. So like that's one of the glaring things that like even even no matter how good you get, you should always be thinking about like how you could have used cover better. So constantly be thinking about that. I don't really want to say anything infinite specific. Like we talked about like going rocket side felt really weird. I don't know if if you felt that way after 3 days of playing on it or 2 weekends of playing on it. Like if you still felt that way.
I could agree with you, and I'm not agreeing with you just because you're saying things like, you know, I'm not that, like I see exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
And now that you look at it, it's like, yeah, what is the point of going rocket side? Like, is it just to control rocket side, or is it just because like there's really, it doesn't offer anything. Like, although it's the biggest portion in the middle of the map, holding the bridges are just way more significantly more helpful because of the fact that, you know, you have access to not only one tower but both towers into their base. Rockets, you have really only one way to get up to the top of their BR spawn, and even that,
And it's ass.
it just takes so long, and if you don't have grapple hook, it just takes too long. Like,
Yeah.
it's just, it doesn't offer anything besides controlling one side of that portion of the map, and keeping them in that alleyway would be more efficient because they're more open and more sitting ducks in those areas.
Yep. So those are some of the things. The other thing, so we talked about it a lot in that first game that we watched about understanding if you're winning or losing, and understanding the ideas that come with it. Like, let's not take damage. All right, let's start looking for kills as soon as possible, as soon as you start winning. So when you got those 2 kills in your treehouse, you should be looking for those people as fast as possible, but you're kind of just like chilling around, you know, doing whatever it is that you were doing.
Right.
The other thing, and this one's hard. I'm gonna say it's hard, but when you spawned in that runway, I know you're close to your opponent's base, but having the game knowledge to understand that all you have to do is you're not disadvantaged in your base that bad. Like, yes, they have camel rockets, but they're down a player. They're in your base and they have to pull a flag. You should be going back to like protect it. And that's a hard one to say. Pros will mess that up all the time. But like that was one
That's
very
like,
specific situation.
that's like going sword or runway, or like
Yeah,
in pit versus
exactly,
rushing back
exactly.
into cuts. Like,
Yeah, so you have to understand when it's time to go runway and when it's time to not go runway. And that was, yeah.
that's one of those
Like
things.
even though you spawned basically on overshield, like that was still one of the times where you come back.
Okay, that makes sense.
So we talked about that. We talked about fucking radar. I mean, I guess we're gonna find out, what is it, tomorrow, if radar is in the game. But god damn, do you need to look at your radar?
I'm
Yeah.
not that oblivious to the radar.
Okay.
But I in my defense, if I can try and like clear my name on this, I'm not an oblivious person to radar. But the only 2 things I'll say this is that, one, I am so clueless about how Infinite's radar works.
Sure.
I'm so used to Halo 5 radar. I'm used to Halo 3's radar as well. Like, I get like Halo 2, 3, and Reach. Like, those are all pretty, you know, understanding. Like, especially with Reach, with being the lower levels and top levels. But Infinite, I just can't figure out if it's really like, if it's when they're sprinting you shows up or if they're walking, because like that's just one thing I just can't wrap my head around, because like I'm just so used to Halo 5s right now because I've been playing that for the last 6 months straight.
No, I get it. So yeah, like if you want, like, go play StarCraft or Dota or League of Legends, and you make sure you'll get good at using the minimap there, because you kind of need to look at it. No, like honestly, that's one of the ways that I kind of got good at using the minimap. Is I was StarCraft Masters. Like,
right.
you could not miss your minimap. You miss a dropship, you lose the game. Like, you're so mad at yourself. Uh, so just having the ability to like see out of the corner of your eye that there's a blip for like a quarter of a second. Like, these guys are walking all the way towards you and you still didn't notice. But like, there would be times where you're like, oh, that guy did appear on the radar. God, and I didn't see that.
Yeah.
You know?
It's
So
pretty fucking embarrassing, even for, I would say, is
yeah, no, dude. These guys could beat me in Infinite. Like, we had some tough games versus players like that. Don't feel bad that you had a rough game against these guys. And I could tell that you were playing different than you normally play, because it's a tough team and you like you get out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you don't want to lose the game for your teammates. so you try and play around them a lot more. You try just to like go up as a team. But trust me, man, do as much as you can by yourself for your team. Like
Is
that's much more important than staying together.
is Royal one? Wasn't he a pro player next to Royal two? Aren't they
No,
brothers? Or no? Is that
they're
somebody else?
brothers, but he wasn't as good. He's not bad, but he's not was never pro.
And then also, one of the last things I was gonna ask was, I will definitely try to find like another game like of this caliber so that I can practice in, or
Hmm.
that we can review if needed.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just need to like I guess work on the things that you're basically telling me because like there's quite a bit to be worked on. I definitely think that like from where I started though to now, like I asked the suits because they were like, I guess they want a team with someone named Fatal. And
Yep. Yeah, that guy's really good.
yeah, I have him on my list. I don't think he remembers. I remember him before he was way back, but
Yeah.
they're trying to team with Fatal, and Fatal just kept like, I guess he wasn't showing up to practice because they're trying to practice Infinite, right?
Yeah.
And I did say to them, I said, hey, like, look, I know I'm not the greatest of player, but I'm trying to put in the honest hard work and not just like playing the game, but I'm trying to really like, dive deep into what I need to do to get there. I said, my offer is on the table if you guys are looking for someone, but I know you guys are looking for much clearly more better. They basically gave me like the straight Suda 2 said this to me. Mike laughed. Suda 2 basically said, if you need to like, you can't be doing like, you need to be popping off against good players. Like if you pop off against good players like the guys we just played, then sure, yeah, I would, sure I'd team with you, but
Yeah.
you can't be playing like that. And like Mike just tells James, he's just like, shut up, James.
Yeah. So they're right.
And I said that to
Yeah.
him. I said, you know what? He can you can think he's joking all he wants, but he has a lot of merit behind what he's saying. I do need to show up against better players if I want to,
Yep.
actually go pro. Because like, why the fuck would you want to team with someone like me? But like, I'm
Yeah.
putting out my offer saying, like, I know that
Yeah.
these guys aren't putting in the time like I am, and I'm willing to put that there. Like that's the
Yeah.
way
So
yeah.
So the way I would put it is that like the way that the Setas are to you, Fatal is to the Setas. Like
Right,
Fatal is much more popular right now.
right,
Like he's able to get on a good team, so he's probably playing with like other good players. Like the Suds are like a backup to him, just like you're a backup to the Suds.
right.
Like they're definitely good for you, but I would not try to team with them. And the fact that like don't put your eggs all in that basket.
Okay.
Like they are a good stepping stone. They're a good like if they play matchmaking with you, that's good because you're getting your name out there. You're getting good matches. Um, like but you still you still got to put the work in with like other players too, like players that you might find lesser than what you're capable of right now. Like you still gotta like how do I put this? So get a team together, like if it's the Suds, whatever. But like the idea is that you want to be placing better than you're supposed to with your players.
Okay.
So like
What
so for
What do you
instance,
mean by that?
like you find some players that are willing to play with you in matchmaking because the Suds are currently running games, and then you go match the Suds and you fucking beat them with
Right.
some shitty players that they consider even shittier than you. And you're like, yo, that's what's up. Let's actually run some games now. Like once you're able to beat them with players who they consider worse than you, then they'll start taking your name seriously and stuff.
Right.
And it's the same way like constantly throughout all of Halo. Like you play matchmaking with like Onyx players and you beat champions and you're like, hey, champion players, you want to party up, you know? And you constantly, continuously do that um, through the ranking system of amateur to pro, like amateur to semi-pro to pro. And like that's how I became pro. Like,
Would
uh, sorry, good.
are you going to be going to Riley?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm trying to get. I know that they sold out all the what is it called, the attendances already, but player passes, right? Those are going to go on sale.
Yep.
In November. That still allows me to like be an attendee, right?
yeah.
Okay,
So either you have to buy a team pass that's going to be like $200 or something,
that's fine.
and Yeah, but then you like share it with your 3 friends, or you
It's
team with someone who has a team
no
pass.
different than MLG days.
Yeah,
So, okay.
but yeah, that's pretty much what I've got to say.
Cool, man. Well, I appreciate
Hey,
you taking your time. What's up?
eh, so again, whenever we do these, like you pay for the session, not for the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like I give you like a time frame because that's generally how long that these things go.
Mm-hmm.
But if they go over, like that's on me for not explaining things quick enough or well enough or whatever. So like I don't mind going over. At the same time, like if you have any questions, like if you have a clip from like a stream that you want to send me and say like, hey, can you like do a little write up? Like that's no problem for me. Like if I do it on my own time. Like if you want to book an hour or something, like that's you'll have to pay or something. But like with the topics that we go over, like it's gonna take a long time and a lot of like instances to go through.
Okay.
So like if you're like, hey, did I play this situation right? And you send me a clip of you trying to push into a flag and like things just don't go right, I can do like a small little write up and be like, here's what I'm talking about in the past with you winning. And then at this moment you start losing and you don't recognize it, and that's why you end up dying.
Okay.
Like that's no problem for me.
These can take
And
a
I
bit more, and if they do take a bit more, you do want to be compensated.
no, that's not, I'm saying the opposite.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying I will do that for free. Like if you have any like 15, 20-second clips that you want to send me, and I can do like a 2-paragraph write up like
Okay.
that. If you like, because all right. So I told you before we started doing this that I'm not worth the money that I want to pay that I want you to pay, right? Um, because it's a lot of work to like take an hour out of my day
Right.
to go through this with you. But it's not a lot of work for you to send me a clip and me talk about like do a write up on the clip.
Okay.
So like with the ideas that we've had in mind, with the winning and losing things, with specific situations, if you ever send me a clip, I'll get back to you eventually, and it's no charge, no issue for me to go over.
Okay.
So I just wanted to give you that.
I appreciate that.
Yep.
I'm gonna actually give you a tip, honestly, dude. If that's cool with you, I'm a firm believer of like, you give someone your efforts like that. Like I'm a firm believer, so I'm actually gonna go out of my way personally, and not because
Fuck you.
No, dead serious. I come from like my background, and like I've had jobs like hotels. I was a valet guy, I was a bellman, things like that. When someone offers their actual like genuine assistance, like you don't. This is gonna sound kind of mean, and I really liked taking the lesson from Ace, but you have a more. Not only do I feel like I'm getting my money's worth, I do actually feel like I'm underpaying you at times, and no, seriously, because
Damn.
like, I paid an hour with, and I'm not trying to compare other. Everyone has their own ways
Sure,
of doing
yeah.
things, but I
Yeah.
just didn't really learn a whole lot from as much as I have with you. Like this right here, I can eat this up and I can rest good tonight, knowing that I had took a lot of different information and I can improve off of it. Versus someone saying like, you have the skills to do what you need to do, but it's just you need to do this, and then
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
it's like the same price. It's like, well, Jesus Christ, man, like, do I want to eat for the night or do I want to eat for the rest of my life?
Yeah.
I do get that kind of feeling with you, like that. So personally, I'm gonna do this because I genuinely feel like it was worth it. So.
And I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Well, until next time. But yeah, I'll let you go, my man.
Later, man.
Peace.
Have a good one. Later.